Father's Day! Happy Father's Day! Happy Father's Day!
Dad, what are you doing? Dang it, I missed
What does quality mean? What I think about Grandpa, of him being quality, I think he's funny and a very good grandpa and tells the best jokes.
My favorite quality of Mike is he is so selfless. He is always looking to find ways that he can help others, and I'm grateful for his example. Honestly, the way that he is always going above and beyond to treat his wife and to treat Holly. In the things that he does, it's very apparent, and I love the example he sets there.
My favorite quality about Mike is selflessness.
My favorite quality is that he will take the time to listen and talk and just have a one-on-one conversation, and I treasure those.
My favorite thing about Grandpa is that he always has time for me.
My favorite quality of Dad is that he's always thinking of other people. Yeah, if you want to borrow something, if you're looking to do anything or plan anything, he's always looking to share what he has, offer advice, and help you get it done.
My favorite quality of Dad's is that he is a family man and he will protect us at all costs, and he loves us to the moon and back, and he always wants us to work hard and have fun.
Mike is good at making the people that he loves feel special.
Ready?
My favorite thing about Grandpa is that I love him so much.
My favorite quality of Dad is that he is a hard worker and has taught me to be a hard worker.
Hey, I'm gonna record this while driving because I haven't found another quiet moment to do it. But my favorite quality of Dad that comes first to mind is finding the fun in everything, whether it's yard work, gardening, building something, whatever it is, he tries to make it fun.
What is your favorite quality of Grandpa's?
He was me and I was him.
My favorite quality of Mike is probably his sense of humor. I come from a family who loves to make jokes, and so it's good to have a father-in-law who can also make the jokes. Granted, he thinks he's funnier than maybe he really is. Just kidding. But definitely his humor.
My favorite thing about Dad is how he always wants to include everyone and have awesome activities and that we can all play together. It was always made the lamest things fun, even if it was spank yourself and go to bed or hurry and change into your jammies so you can have ice cream. It was always something fun that we could all do in every situation. Love you, Dad.
My favorite quality of Dad is that he can make everyone feel comfortable in the room. He looks for other people's interests, strengths, and he can add humor and bring other people's talents alive and create conversation and make people feel comfortable. And that's a wonderful quality that he has. Okay, now push the circle, Conrad.
Do I run?
Mm-hmm.
I love when he gives me good hugs. He's funny.
Yeah.
I love Dad because he will always be there for me. Like, no matter what argument, no matter what I say back or what I regret, he will always be my dad?
Because the reason I love Grandpa is that I needed him and he loved me.
One reason why I love Mike is he always strives to put his family first, tries to make sure that everybody is happy. Sometimes that can be hard to do with a big family, but he always strives to get us together to do things, and so I appreciate that about Mike, and striving to love his family and striving to be sure that they're all happy.
I love Grandpa because he sails.
I love you, Dad, because you taught me how to work hard and to not be afraid. Growing up, I remember so many times you'd ask us to think, and then before you ask you questions, but then also like to just try it and to not be afraid. And I remember a lot of experiences growing up when you just had us try things. Besides like POW and the monkey steps or being thrown off a boat or cliff jumping, you pushed us in safe environments to take risks and to take chances, and because of that I've been able to enjoy a lot more things in life and not be afraid to take those chances. One reason I love Dad is because he has helped me overcome my fears and helped me to see the world as something that's a complete possibility for me if I set my mind to it.
Reasons why I love Dad. So many. One that comes to mind is that he's my dad. He taught me so much. I mean, I remember being really young and knowing how to switch a sprinkler, to know how to just push through and work hard, or to simple things like when cleaning a room to start with the big stuff. I love Dad because he taught me to be more, and I appreciate that I love that he taught me that.
One reason I love Mike is because he's a really selfless person. I think he spends a lot of time thinking about other people, what their needs are, and how to help them, and doesn't complain.
I love Grandpa because he plays with me.
One reason I love Mike is because he is always so willing to help. Anytime that we need something, or when we would borrow the truck, or all the different things that he's just always so willing to share the things that he has and willing to help others. And I always know that if I ever needed Mike, he would be there. And I love that in him. Love that quality.
The reason I love Grandpa is because he's so friendly. Because Grandpa loves to give me kisses and hugs, and I love to do that to him too.
Okay. I love my dad, especially in those moments where I can tell that he's really proud of me, and he just kind of exudes that. And I love the grandpa that he is to my kids, and I can see the pride that he takes in his grandchildren as well, and so I love to see that.
When we would play together and then it was like at a meeting or somewhere and we would play all together.
One of my favorite memories with Dad that comes to my mind first, always Lake Powell. All the fun times on the Heber Creeper growing up. Such good memories. Fixing stuff, fishing, making that houseboat better. All my favorite memories.
My favorite memories. Play with him.
What did you play?
Exploding kittens.
Exploding kittens?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your favorite memory with Grandpa?
My favorite memory with Grandpa is going backpacking.
My favorite memory with Dad was that time we were having church at home and we were just joking around. And we were like, oh yeah, Dad's so old, making old dad jokes. And we were like, yeah, every day he's still with us is a blessing. And then after that, we just couldn't stop laughing for like a half hour. And he couldn't stop giggling through the prayer. He couldn't say the prayer. And then we couldn't read the scriptures because his eyes were watering and so he couldn't read.
My favorite memory of Dad, well, I guess it's a kind of a series. It might be ongoing, we'll see. But whenever the restaurant people ask Dad what his name is on his order, well, I don't know how often he does it anymore. But when we were younger, he'd always put Tarzan, and then people would call out Tarzan, and everyone would look around to see whose order was Tarzan, and it was Dad's, and he thought it was the funniest thing ever, and I thought I had the coolest dad. Well, I do. I do have the coolest dad.
My favorite memory with Mike is a couple summers back, he took me and Preston and a group of our friends down to Lake Powell, and he spent the entire time making sure that all of our needs were met so that we could just enjoy ourselves, which probably wasn't the funnest way for him to spend a week at Lake Powell, but the trip wouldn't have been nearly as fun without him there.
One of my favorite memories of Dad is when we built the dog run and the fence together. Just pounding posts, pouring cement, doing all the nails. I swear we did hundreds and hundreds of nails. The blue nails, the flathead nails, I don't know, all the nails. And it was really enjoyable for me to spend that time with Dad and also to have a project that we did together.
My favorite memory with Mike is probably when it was the summer we were getting married and they needed some help to go down on the houseboat. And so they invited me down and I was able to go down there and carry the load for Mike and pretty much do all the work so he didn't have to do anything. Just kidding. But it was a good time for me to kind of get to know everybody, Matt and Mike better, be able to show that I could actually do something and be able to help them out. So that was a good memory.
My favorite thing about Grandpa is
Memory.
My memory about Grandpa is that I locked that box.
There's a lot of good memories with Dad. The ones that come to mind is we have a lot of man hours down there together at Lake Powell. And I remember particularly one time we took the houseboat out across the bay and we're just fixing up engine. I was working on front stuff and cleaning up, and he was taking apart and working on one of the engines, and I don't think I've ever seen him so happy than when he found the little piece of metal that was stuck in one of the fuel intakes. And oh my goodness, it's just a good memory. It's a good funny memory, good time with Dad out there on the lake with a broken engine.
Like a dude, right? Hey, Mom, like a dude, right? One of my favorite memories of Grandpa was when we were staying there looking for a house and he colored with me.
What's your favorite memory of Grandpa?
When he made those special songs for us. My favorite one is the dragon one. My favorite memory was one time we were going to Grandma and Grandpa's house, Nana and Grandpa's house, and I didn't have anyone to play with, so I went to go ask some adults, and Grandpa said yes, and then I started playing with him.
What did you play?
He pushed me on the swing, and he slid with me.
One of my favorite memories, hands down, is when the Suburban broke down on the way to Lake Powell. And Mike took one for the team and got in the creepy old molester man's van. And rescued us, saved the day.
Play games with him like Exploding Kitten, other things like I want to try Pandemic with him sometime.
My favorite thing to do with the old man is chit chat, shoot the bull, chew the fat. What else? What other? Hobnob.
This one is hard because I felt like I was filing through lots and lots of wonderful memories with my dad. Lots of fun Lake Powell trips, lots of fun backpacking trips, and lots of fun early morning basketball. And I probably have to go with the early morning basketball. I really treasured that growing up, and especially looking back at all the effort that would have taken for him. That was a really special quality time that we got to spend with Dad in the mornings.
What's your favorite thing to do with Grandpa?
Playing kickball with him. I will beat you.
One of my favorite things to do with Dad is to go boating. He makes sure that there's always time to do as much air chair or wakeboarding or tube riding or whatever it is as we want, and that everyone has fun and we have yummy snacks, and I love boating with Dad. Thanks, Dad.
My favorite thing with Dad? I mean, that's easy. Vacations. I love, like, when it comes to backpacking, camping, getting rich at Topaz. I mean, I have camped a lot with Dad. I mean, we're talking 12 times a year for 2 years as a scout, something close to that. I mean, that's a lot of camps. It's a lot of fun. I have done a lot of fun camping with Dad. I love how much effort and thoughtful planning he put into those amazing camping trips, not just as a scout, but with the family. So, man, love camping.
My favorite thing to do with Mike is probably eat all the delicious steak that he cooks.
My favorite thing to do with Dad is go eat after we finish working, either get a burger or something, unless it's Astro. Yeah.
My favorite thing to do with Dad is easily boating. The water, Lake Powell, Bear Lake, beach, everything. It's all so fun. Dad's in his element, and it's always bliss.
My favorite thing to do with Mike is honestly go golfing. We've been able to go a couple of times. If I had more money and had more time to be up north, I would definitely go golfing more with him. It's just good to get out there, even though I pressure myself with him on the golf course and I end up doing worse than what I would do with anybody else. It's still a really good time to get out there on the course with him. So,
my favorite thing to do with Dad is easily boating. The water, Lake Powell, Bear Lake, beach, everything. It's all so fun. Dad's in his element, and it's always bliss.
My favorite thing to do, something that we've done a bunch of, is play games, and we played a lot of. I didn't play a lot of computer games, but it's something that we've been able to bond over. It's been kind of fun. But actually, my new favorite thing is golfing. So this is something that we did just a couple times recently, and it's been a ton of fun. So new thing, top of the list, golfing.
My favorite thing to do with Dad is fish with Asians on the dock at 2 in the morning at Lake Powell.
What is your favorite thing to do with Grandpa?
Play with him.
What do you like to play with him?
Play with toys.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing to do with Grandpa, Dawson?
Play shark
When did you play Shark Attack?
during my last year.
Fun.
My favorite thing to do with Mike is honestly go golfing. We've been able to go a couple of times. If I had more money and had more time to be up north, I would definitely go golfing more with him. It's just good to get out there, even though I pressure myself with him on the golf course and I end up doing worse than what I would do with anybody else. It's still a really good time to get out there on the course with him. So,
What is your favorite thing to do with your dad?
My favorite thing to do with my dad is just to sit and talk. So any chance I get, I love to just talk with Dad. Oh.
When we was all my eggs and all my kids, you smelled like so delicious. Did it?
The favorite phrase that Dad says is, "That's awesome."
My favorite thing to do with Grandpa is play with him at a park.
Say Grandpa. Go say Grandpa. Is that how you say Grandpa?
Yep.
You say, I
I
love
love
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Yay! Look over here. Now, wave and blow kisses. Wave. There we go. Now say bye.
Bye-bye. Me.
You want to look at it?
Mm-hmm.
Whose kid is that? Shma!
I love Grandpa because he plays with me.
Okay, what is a funny phrase that my dad always says?
I don't know how funny this is when it's directed at me because I get this one a lot. Are you impaired?
Hey, I'll tell the jokes around here. Okay. I'll tell the jokes. Hey, Dad, ask me if I'm an orange. Ask me if I'm an orange. Nope.
Dad.
Hey, Dad, what's for dinner? Pork chops and applesauce.
Happy Father's Day, Michael M. Sonntag. Michael D. Sonntag. Michael G. Sonntag.